All right. So today I've got very exciting clutch of gold white-lip pythons hatching. Um, these guys I showed when I pulled the eggs from mom. It was a clutch of 18, which to me was the biggest clutch I've seen of northerns. But unfortunately, it was too good to be true. The eggs started going bad, and I don't entirely know. I don't know if it was an incubation thing or if those eggs were no good. But I was having a bad year with losing eggs, and I've been incubating the same way for like 15 years probably. Um, Perlite on egg crate, blah blah blah. But I got thinking about it the other day, and I thought about I was always incubating in a wine fridge, and I put a fan in the bottom that just pulled the air so you got some circulation. Whereas I had upgraded to the large 4 foot by 4 foot Cornell's incubator, which is totally different. There's a ton of airflow. There's like four pretty powerful fans in the top blowing down, and then there's sliding glass doors, so it's totally different, right? The chamber is not nearly as humid as in my wine fridge. So I'm thinking that was the issue. I needed to make an adjustment. It's not that one incubator is better than the other, whatever. There's difference. You just need to adjust your incubation chamber, right? Based on the type of incubator you're using. So I think that might have been my issue, because the clutches where I was losing, the clutches that hadn't hatched yet, that were losing eggs, I took away the egg crate and buried them right in the perlite. Didn't lose a single egg after. I have like 30 plus eggs in the incubator still that were laid since I did that, and from day one I buried them in the perlite. Perfect. The eggs look incredible. I haven't lost an egg, so could have been my fault, but regardless, I ended up with 7 white-lip pythons. This is very shadowy. There's no there's a light on this side, but not on this side. So whatever. It's white-lip python video. Take what you can get. A little pile. Of baby northern or gold white-lip pythons. Now, I don't know, but as far as I'm aware, I don't think gold white-lips have been bred in Canada since like, I want to say it was around like maybe 2006. Canadian Mouse Man actually bred gold white-lips way back when. I wonder if I can get my face out of here. Somebody in one of the videos said, don't have your face on there and it'll zoom in on the snake, or focus on the snake. How cool is that? Wow, that one's got a lot of white on its face. So cool, like a little skeleton face. And for any of you that don't know, gold white lips hatch out looking the same as black white lips. The head is just a little smaller and more pointy. So that's why they're the same color as a black white lip right now. Cool, man. Look at the face. White lips are a very soft spot for me. I got my first white lips when I was 15 years old. I bought out a guy's collection, and there was a pair of white lips. I basically bought it for the pair of white lips. I was always obsessed with white lips since I was a kid. And I just never really had the right pairs that I wanted to pair, or had females that were ready to rock but not males or whatever, right? So then I finally got some nice pairs together. I tried last year. I thought I had it. I didn't. She reabsorbed. And then this year, with my other female, I got it. So, and they all look the same. Nothing appears to be too different looking. They all look to be about the same size, and the only variability at this stage in the game will probably be the amount of white on the face. And you'll see this one doesn't have much. Behind the eye, they'll generally have a white spot. This one has it on one side but not the other. Oh, we got an escapee over here. Getting out of my bin. I'm nervous for this video because I know once I start putting them in this bin, they're all going to be escaping and cruising everywhere. See this one? If you look behind the eye, it's got that white dot. So I think that's going to be the only real variability in them. Obviously, when they get older and the color comes in, you know, some will be more gold, some will be more red. Now, I mean, I didn't do anything special to breed these. I've just been figuring it out more over these last handful of years, right? Like, since I've moved my collection to just ambient, right? I heat the room. The room goes between 80 and 85 degrees. 80 is the lowest, really, it goes to. Whoa, okay, chill out, man, chill out. Ever since I've been doing it like that, it's just been a game changer. And like I talk about it all the time, right? Over the last 20 years, I've watched and thought about it. And I've always noticed, like, of course, guys that do it differently with a basking spot and a cold side, whatever, have bred this stuff. But when I look across the board, the guys that are breeding all of this rare, difficult stuff successfully across the board, a lot of them are doing ambient. So, I mean, and I've noticed, sure, easy species to breed, like, you know, Colombian boas or carpets or whatever. No problem, right? You can do it however. But all of this stuff that less people seem to have success with, since I've done ambient, I mean, it just all seems to be coming together. So, I don't know. I'm a firm believer. It's working out really well for me. I didn't do any nighttime drops in temperature this year. I just kept my room the same. And you know what I mean? Multiple clutches of popwin pythons, white-lip pythons, ring pythons, olive pythons, green tree python. Like, to me, it's saying something, right? You're getting there. So, I'm tickled pink with the results of this whole ambient. And not even just ambient, though. It's not a recipe, right? Like, you can't say, oh, this guy does it this and did this many degrees and blah, 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 blah. You really got to feel your room out. And even me, like, I'm still adjusting, like, I'll, you know, tweak it and I'll put another fan going this direction. And then all of a sudden, ooh, the temperature in the room gets way more consistent because the air is circulating more consistently. And then, you know, so there's a lot of tweaking. You can't really just follow, this guy did this many degrees and fed this meal on this date, I got to do the exact same. It's all about reading your room and the animals. It's a lot of tweaking. Like, and you can't just set your thermostat to 85 and then it's, you know, because this corner is going to be cooler than that corner. Like, you got to do fans, and it's just a lot of tweaking. It's never as simple as do this and you'll get it, right? Oh my God, this is what I was worried about. These things are all over the place. Okay, let me get one of these away. And I still haven't filmed the last popwin clutch. They've all shed now. I've got them all separated. I've even fed a couple of them. So I'll do a video showing those babies now that they're looking good. The baby popwins, just boy, they look janky when they're in shed. But yeah, I'm super excited about these. There is a ridiculous amount of people reaching out about these. So, I mean, I don't have any deposits or anything yet, so there's still some available. I'm keeping 100% I'm keeping a pair. I'm probably going to keep a trio. So, you know what I mean? There's another pair spoken for. A couple other people are saying that they want it. So, we'll see. You know, whoever gets them first gets them. But I won't be keeping all of these. I'm keeping for sure 2, maybe 3. But yeah, true Canadian captive bred northern white-lip pythons. Keep in mind what the wild-caught ones sell for. Obviously, there's their captive bred, so they're going to be more than that, right? Canadian sales only, obviously. I guess maybe it's not that obvious, but yeah, very cool. These suckers move though. Yeah, they're all looking great. Like, I really wish that I didn't muck around with the egg crate. How cool would it have been to get 18 baby white-lip pythons? It would be insane. I'm over the moon with 7 babies, but 18 babies would have been something. And I mean, God, they're all no umbilicals. They're all fully sealed up. These are wonderful babies. Chunky little guys. I mean, God, I couldn't ask for better babies than this. It's hard to get it to focus, but no strikes so far. Wait till they shed and start feeding. I'm sure they'll be miserable. One's got cool white coming up on its neck. But you can see they're just little fellas. I'll probably feed these guys. First meal I'll probably go pinkies and then I'll go to fuzzy mice. I'll do them on frozen thawed, you know. Oh, this one does look grumpy. Frozen thawed, hot pinkies. If I need to, I'll stick some chick fuzz on the front of them. That usually gets them going. Killer. But yeah, obviously these came from wild caught adults. Because there is no captive bred ones really available in Canada. I don't know what would have happened to those ones. I don't know if any of them are still around that Mouseman produced. Like, I want to say it was probably 2006 that he produced them. It's sad, like a lot, like species like this, you look decades later and a lot of them are not around anymore because these things are so sensitive, right? Like, white-lip python goes without water, a white-lip python dies, you know? You get hardier stuff like ball pythons, right? People can neglect them and they'll still be around in the future, but stuff like this, it's, you know, you gotta be on point, otherwise they just die. So it's a shame that, who knows if any of those captive bred ones are still around. Man, that little skeleton face is just so crazy. Such a cool little, whoa, my God. These things are wiry. But yeah, there you go. Captive bred baby northern white-lip pythons. I may have mentioned it in the last video, but I had, unfortunately, the black white-lips slugged out again. So I'm going to try and cool them down a little more this next time around. But she slugged out and you can't even tell she laid eggs, didn't lose any weight at all. Gross, yeah. The white-lip python eggs. Nothing left in there. Perfect. But yeah, baby white lips. Next I might show those baby Papuan pythons. That's probably what I'll do next. Because other than that, I mean, I got an Amazon tree boa due to give birth. That I honestly am not even sure when. I got a striped Suriname red tail due to give birth in like maybe a month or so. Same thing, and then in like a month, 3 weeks, I've got the false water cobra should be hatching, the maclot python should be hatching, and then another litter of Brazilian rainbow boas. Dominican boa should be born. Yeah, some things. But next will probably be I'll show off these baby popwing pythons, which should be, everything's eating good. I mean, Argentine boa is ready to go. Brazilians have been ready to go. The ring pythons have started feeding. These popwings, some of them have already started feeding. Olive pythons are feeding. So a lot of stuff is ready to go. I'm gonna be next week, not this weekend, but next weekend. I'll be at the Western Canadian Reptile Expo in Calgary. I'll have a bunch of the stuff there anyway. And then mid-September, I will be at the CRBE in Mississauga, and I'll have more of this stuff there because then it'll all be feeding for sure. And then at the end of September, I'm hoping to be in Abbotsford as well. So if you want any of this stuff and you want to drop a deposit or something and have me bring it to one of these shows, shoot me a message. But otherwise, yeah, tub of baby white-lipped pythons.